Hi, our project is E1678 review configuration option. Let's go through for requirement 1. The requirement 1 is set a maximum on the number of reviews a student can choose with auto-selected reviewing option. As part of this requirement, we made a changes to instructor view under review strategy tab. Here we added a checkbox to set the maximum threshold for the number of reviews done by each student. When the student selects the more number of reviews, when it exceeds this threshold, student will be no more be able to select any more reviews. So right now the threshold is 10. So let us see from the student view. Here a student already performed 2 reviews for this assignment test, and he can select more reviews if there are any more like topics. Let's change the threshold to say 2 for demo purpose. Yeah. Now let us refresh student review page. Now it disabled the topic selection, and it displayed note to the student saying that he cannot select more reviews because the threshold is already reached. This is the requirement 1.
Yeah. For requirement 2, we need to add a functionality where a student can drop a review that he has added, but this review can only be dropped when the stage of the assignment is not finished and the review has not been submitted. So let's take a look at that. So this review one has already been submitted, so there is no option to drop it right now. Once we select a new review, so now as you can see, this is a new review, and as it has not been submitted yet, there is a new option called drop here. If you click on that option, the review is dropped. If you select the review for adding one more functionality, if you begin the review and you save your work, the drop option will still be available because the work has not been submitted yet. That's it.
Okay, for the requirement 3, we provided 2 options, show teammate reviews and show teammate scores in the instructor view. The instructor can select show teammate reviews to show only the teammate reviews to the students, and he can select show teammate scores to select only the aggregate scores to the students. If he doesn't select anything, then it won't show anything in the student's view. Let us go to student 559, where teammate review is already entered. Yeah. If you go to your scores option, then the teammate review and score is not displayed. Let us change the setting, and let us select only the show teammate score option. In this case, if you refresh the page in the student view, then we'll be able to see the aggregate scores here, but it won't show any show teammate reviews option. And instructor can also select show teammate review option. In that case, it shows only reviews but not scores. Yeah, now the score is disabled and we can see only the reviews, and individual scores are disabled in this case. And one more functionality is now each student can see his teammate reviews. So we added one more functionality to this requirement. Whenever the student is reviewing his teammates, he can give particular like comment visible only to the instructor. Some comments he can give which will be visible only to the instructor, and it will not be displayed to other students. In this case, this comment is visible to the instructor. When we save this teammate review, only the instructor can see it. Yeah, that's it.
So let's move to the next requirement, which is requirement 4, where reviewers can see the reviews submitted by other people. So this involves changes in both the instructor view and the student view. So let's move to the student view for the demo before. So for this current assignment, which is test, the student, you can see that he's reviewed 2 topics and he submitted the reviews for both of them. And let's move to the so the view link which you see is basically the link to his own reviews which he submitted. And let's move to the instructor view. And in the instructor view, we see that this is because the instructor has not checked the tick box, which is basically allows the reviewers to see the reviews of the same work. So in this case, let's check this checkbox, and now the student should be able to see the reviews. So we go back to the student view, and once we refresh, we see that a new link appears. And once we click on this link, all the reviews submitted by other students, excluding the review submitted by the own student for various rounds, is visible. So this concludes requirement 4.
Has it started?
Yeah.
Okay. The final requirement is to provide students the option to turn off the review scores or the feedback. So sometimes the students might just want to see the scores without seeing the text feedback, or sometimes the student might just want to see the text feedback without wanting to see the scores. So this requirement allows the student to do either of the things. So for this, to implement the demo of this option is like on the assignments page, the student goes to the assignment page. In this, the student can select the assignment he or she wants. In that, by default, the student can view both the scores as well as the text feedback. If you see here, both the scores as well as the text feedback is visible to the student. Now, just say that the student wants to only see the scores without seeing the test feedback. So the student can select the change review setting option, select any of these. So say we select show only scores and save. And then now when the student goes to view the scores, the student can see only the scores without seeing the text feedback. Now the student just wants to see the text feedback without wanting to see the scores. So the student can go to change review settings, select show only feedback, and then select your scores. And that the scores are not displayed, and when you click on show review, only the text feedback is shown, no scores are shown. So this is the final requirement, and this is the entire implementation of our project.